Now, coverage you can count on. This is 12 News Now at 11.
The man suspected of stabbing a rabbi last month faces a judge. Hear the case his defense attorney is trying to make.
And we have one more day of heat for your Friday before some relief comes for the weekend. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
And the investigation into the Florida condo collapse continues. New video showing evidence of corrosion that may have led to the building's demise.
Right now, we are tracking some breaking news. The United States Supreme Court has ruled evictions can resume across the country. This move blocks the Biden administration from continuing a ban on evictions that was put into place earlier in the pandemic.
The High Court says the CDC, which reimposed the eviction moratorium this month, lacked the authority to do so under federal law without explicit congressional authorization. Now to developing news out of Afghanistan. The death toll of U.S. service members killed in today's explosions in Kabul has risen to 13.
Latest reports say about 80 Afghans were also killed. Horrific images of bodies and wounded survivors have been coming out of Afghanistan all day long. We are opting not to show that graphic footage. 12 News reporter Sheena Lasciuto is joining us live in studio with the latest on who is behind the attacks and how the president is responding tonight.
And Sheena, the president acknowledges that the longer the troops are there, the longer they're at risk. Has he said anything more about that August 31st timeline?
Well, he wants to stick to that date, and he was asked directly today, why stay in Afghanistan another day knowing more attacks like this one could come. But he told reporters that he wants to keep the promise. Although U.S. officials say it's likely more attacks are actually coming, the U.S. is committed to keeping their word to help Americans and allies evacuate. New images from Kabul showing the aftermath of Thursday's explosion when an already desperate situation turned deadly. At least 90 people, including 13 U.S. service members, were killed. U.S. officials say 2 suicide bombers and gunmen attacked crowds outside of the airport. General Frank McKenzie says it's likely the people responsible plan to strike again.
We believe it is their desire to continue those attacks, and we expect those attacks to continue.
President Biden says the U.S. will not forgive this. White House officials say terrorist group ISIS-K is to blame, marking the deadliest day for American troops in a decade. A Pentagon spokesperson says there were 2 blast sites, one at a security gate and another outside of a hotel near the airport.
We will hunt you down and make you pay.
During his address, the president told reporters troops on the ground will continue evacuating people.
I've repeatedly said this mission was extraordinarily dangerous, and on why I've been so determined to limit the duration of this mission.
We're still committed to flowing people out up until we terminate operations at some point, towards the end of the month. But I think we have the ability actually to do all of those things as we go forward.
And earlier this week, the president said the U.S. is on track to finish the mission by the 31st. At last check, there were an estimated 1,500 Americans still in Afghanistan and thousands of more Afghans hoping to leave. I'm Sheena Lasciuto, 12 News.